Hi, I'm Pattu from FreeFinCal. Another interesting question I've received from a 37-year-old is I want to stop investing in mutual funds for retirement because I think I already have enough, and if I just leave it alone, it should grow into the corpus that I desire. Now, am I correct? Now, this is a very interesting question because of the it teaches us that how to make the correct assumptions for retirement and what to take care of. So the person says he's 37 years old. He has got about 50 lakhs in mutual funds and NPS about 50-50, and he has estimated that he needs about 6 to 7 crores for retirement. His monthly expenses are about 50,000. He's investing 35,000 in towards retirement, about 15,000 for his son's education and so on. And he says that if he stops the mutual fund portfolio, his current assets of 50 lakhs will grow to about 4 crores. Now, and he also says further contributions in his government NPS account at a increase in investments of 5% a year, he expects that to grow to about 2.5 crores, and therefore the total will be about 6.5 crores or so, and so on. So he wants to stop his investments for retirement, that is in mutual funds, and he wants to focus on his other dreams like traveling abroad, a second home, or buy a second home, etc., and so on. So let's now consider these assumptions. The first one is that he says 50 lakhs becoming 4 crores in 23 years is equivalent to an annualized growth rate of 9.5%. Now, this is not realistic because we have to understand that 50 lakhs is actually 25 lakhs in mutual funds, equity mutual funds, and 25 lakh in NPS. Now, NPS over 23 years, I don't think it will, because the government NPS has got mostly gilts. I think over the next 23 years, we should not expect it to give more than 7%. In the past, it has given close to 10%, but that's in the past. And also the equity mutual funds over next 23 years, I think 9% post-tax is a reasonable assumption. Maybe I think it may even be less. Next 23 years, we don't know how things are going to be. But 9% post-tax from equity, if you assume, then what will happen is that this 25 lakhs is going to grow at 9%, and another 25 lakhs is going to grow at 7%. It will become totally 3 crores after 23 years. So that is 1 crore short. He expected 4 crores. I think it will not grow to 4 crores. It will only grow to 3 crores. So that alone is enough for the person to understand that he has to not stop investing. He has to continue investing as usual. And he has to be a little more careful because this assumption of 50 lakh becoming 4 crores also has an implicit assumption in the asset allocation. The 25 lakh will actually grow to 3 crores in such a way that 60% will be from equity. A person cannot have 60% in equity at the time of retirement. That will be too risky for most people. So a reduction plan for equity allocation also has to be taken into account. The second assumption about the NPS, future NPS contributions growing at 5%, the investments growing at 5%, that is the amount of investment is growing at 5% every year, is absolutely fine. But the actual corpus will depend on the contribution, that depends on the salary and the return assumption. For 7% overall return, like we assumed, after 23 years, the current contribution should be total employer plus employee contribution should be about 25,000. That only that person can know whether that is right or not. I don't know the employer contribution. Now, so I do not share his enthusiasm that 50 lakhs will become 4 crores. He has to continue investing. In fact, I would suggest if I punch these numbers into the FreeFinCal Robo Advisory template, you can see here that the suggested equity allocation is initially 60%, and then it falls down to decreasing to about 20% at the time of retirement. And you can see that the return assumption is 9% in equity, 7% in NPS, and the portfolio return approximate portfolio return after tax is about, initially it's about 8.2% or so, and then it drops close to about 7.2% or so. That also has to be taken into account. This means that if you take this reducing equity allocation into account today itself, then the person will have to invest a little more than what he's actually investing for equity. So not only should he continue to invest in retirement, he should also slightly tweak it using a proper retirement planning calculation and actually try to invest a little more. So that's how it is.